At Lydia's birthday party, I lost a game. Her male assistant laughed and announced the punishment. Go date a street punk girl for one day. The kind where you at least got a kiss. The whole room burst out laughing. I didn't say a word. I just looked at Lydia. She took a casual sip of her drink like it was nothing. A bet is a bet, Dominic, she said coolly. You're not trying to weasel out, are you? I smiled. Fine. But one day? That's kinda weak. If I'm gonna date someone, might as well make it a lifetime. I pulled out my phone and, right there in front of everyone, posted on social media. Millennial old guy looking to be toyed with by a street punk girl. Online now. Urgent. The photo attached? My Porsche key. The room went dead quiet. All that loud laughter? Gone. Lydia's fingers tightened around her wine glass, knuckles turning pale. That glamorous face of hers? Yeah, it cracked real quick. Domi, what are you doing? She asked. Phineas instantly jumped in with that fake-ass smile of his, trying to smooth things over. It's just a game, he said lightly. A joke. Why take it so seriously? As long as everyone's having fun, right? But even while talking, his eyes flicked toward Lydia. The whispers started buzzing like flies. Dominic really can't take a joke. Yeah, he's jealous, trying to act big in front of Lydia. Grown man acting like this? Bro, read the room. President Lin's been getting close to Phineas lately. He can't handle it. He brought this on himself. President Lin hates people mixing business and personal stuff. I listened to all that nonsense and sneered inside. They had no clue. Today wasn't just Lydia Lin's birthday. It was also the 5th anniversary of when we met. And next month, on the 1st, was supposed to be our wedding day. Phineas and Lydia were high school classmates. 3 months ago, when he came back, she personally brought him into the company, saying it needed fresh blood. Ever since he became her assistant, things between me and Lydia started going downhill. The guy was slick. First day at work, he brought coffee for everyone, greeting people like some sunshine boy. Always showed up right on cue when Lydia needed something, handing her exactly what she wanted, saying exactly what she liked to hear. Smooth talker, knew how to charm people. Everyone loved him. Me? I've always been cold, not great with people. Next to him, I looked like the awkward dude who didn't belong. On the surface, he called me Brother Domi, all respectful and humble. But his eyes? Nah, no warmth there. He'd casually bring up stories from their school days, help Lydia relax when she was stressed, then throw me a look that looked apologetic, but was low-key provoking. Lydia changed too. At first, she was normal. Then came that look, like she was comparing me. She'd laugh at his dumb jokes, but brush off the dinners I carefully planned. She'd listen to his over-the-top flattery, but when I talked about our future, she'd shut me down with, I'm tired from work. Just like now. Facing me, she looked cold. The love in her eyes? Gone. Replaced by impatience, even disgust. Dominic, she said finally, delete the post. Don't embarrass yourself. Phineas echoed her immediately. Yeah, Brother Domi, just delete it. It's President Lin's birthday, don't kill the vibe. He reached out to pat my shoulder. I stepped aside. I looked straight at Lydia. I'm embarrassing myself? Didn't you tell me to accept the loss like a man? Phineas's face flickered, then he forced a smile. Brother Domi, I was just joking around. Why you taking it so seriously? A joke. I cut him off. Some jokes, you repeat them enough, they become real. Just like some people, fake it long enough, they start believing they're actually somebody. The meaning was obvious. His smile froze. For a second, I saw something nasty flash in his eyes. The crowd got louder, excited for drama. Damn, this is getting messy. Did Dominic wake up angry today, or what? He's been holding it in, but this? He's pushing President Lin away. Lydia took a deep breath, clearly holding back anger. Dominic, I'll say this one last time. Delete the post. Then apologize to Phineas. I laughed coldly, picked up my phone, and added another line under the post. Not a joke. Sincerely looking. In it for a lifetime. Then I turned the screen toward them. I saw Lydia's pupils shrink. Her face went pale. I accept losing the game. I accept the punishment. But apologizing. My eyes passed over the diamond ring on her finger, the one I spent a whole year's salary on. Back then, she smiled so damn happily wearing it. I refuse. People rushed in to calm things down. Lydia glared at me, chest rising and falling, then finally swallowed her anger. No more talk about deleting the post. No apology demand. When it came time to cut the cake, the vibe was tense as hell. Lydia picked up the knife, scanning the room, but avoided looking at me. Phineas, come help me. He stepped forward instantly. My honor, President Lin. They stood side by side, hands together on the knife. Faces close. Way too close. People clapped, teasing, cheering. I just stood there, watching like an outsider. After she made her wish and blew out the candles, Phineas pulled out a velvet box. Inside, a platinum bracelet with tiny diamonds. Lily, happy birthday. That nickname. Intimate as hell. I ordered this from France last month. Hope you like it. Lydia's face lit up instantly. Phineas, you put so much thought into this. As long as it's from you, I love it. She slipped off the emerald jade bangle on her wrist and casually tossed it on the table. Like it was nothing. That bangle, my mother gave it to her before she passed. A family heirloom. Come on, help me put it on, Lydia said softly, almost playful. Phineas carefully fastened the bracelet, his fingers brushing her skin. They smiled at each other. Wow, it's gorgeous. So sparkly. Way better than that old bangle. Matches President Lin perfectly. Assistant Phineas has amazing taste. Every word felt like a slap. I walked over quietly, picked up the jade bangle. The room got quieter. Eyes turned toward me. Waiting. I held it in my palm and looked at Lydia. Since this old-fashioned bangle isn't worthy of President Lin anymore, then it should go back to its original owner. Back to my mother. Silence. Dead silence. Lydia opened her mouth, but couldn't say anything. She didn't expect me to bring up my mother. Phineas smiled again. Brother Domi, was that necessary? She was just trying the new bracelet. Why get worked up over a bangle? It's her birthday, let's just keep things happy, yeah? I'm not worked up, I said calmly. She doesn't want it. I'm taking it back. So my mother's goodwill doesn't go to waste. I put it in my coat and walked away. Behind me, Lydia laughed sharply. Take it back then. You think I care about that junk? Old and ugly. I wouldn't wear it even if you paid me. It'd hurt my wrist. Phineas chased after me, grabbing my arm. Domi, don't act impulsively. President Lin's just angry. If you leave now, things will blow up. I shook him off hard. He stumbled. His fake concern almost cracked. Phineas, spare me, I said coldly. You're overacting. Phineas, let him go, Lydia snapped. I didn't look back. Outside, the night air hit cold. I leaned against my car and lit a cigarette. Only after a drag did the tightness ease a bit. My phone buzzed. Someone replied to my post. I didn't even check the photos. I sent my location. Come now. I'll wait. 20 minutes later, a girl pulled up on an electric scooter. She walked over nervously. Brother Domi, is that you? I'm Jane. I looked her over. Classic street punk style, short skirt, tight top, dyed hair, heavy makeup. But her eyes? A bit shy. Voice soft. Yeah, let's go. I took her to a bar I usually go to. Not fancy, but decent. We sat. I got her a beer, myself a cola. She barely talked, just sneaked glances at me. Then, noise at the entrance. I looked up and smirked. Of course. Lydia, Phineas, and the whole crew walked in. Phineas leaned close, whispering in her ear, making her smile. Then they saw me. And Jane. Lydia stopped. Her smile froze, then disappeared. Her gaze cut like ice, landing on Jane. Phineas's eyes flashed with excitement, then switched to fake concern. Well, if it isn't Domi, he said loud enough for others to hear. That was fast. You already got yourself hooked up with a street punk girl? Snickers followed. He looked Jane up and down like she was an object. Seriously, Domi? Even if you're mad at President Lin, no need to degrade yourself like this. Compared to her, this girl is heaven and dirt. He sighed dramatically. Fine, have your fun. Just don't catch something nasty. Wouldn't want to ruin your life. Jane stiffened, head lowered, hands gripping the glass tight. Others jumped in. Assistant Phineas is right. Look at how she dresses, definitely not respectable. Dominic, your taste really fell off. She's not even worthy of carrying President Lin's shoes. He's just trying to insult President Lin. Pathetic. They kept going. Phineas stood there smiling like he was being nice. All right, say less. Brother Domi probably just lost his head. Lydia stayed cold, chin raised, like none of this mattered, but her eyes burned with anger. I ignored them, took a sip of cola, and looked at Phineas. Done. His smile stayed. Domi, don't misunderstand. We're doing this for your own good. For my own good. I cut him off, then looked at Lydia. Keep your dog on a leash. It barks too much. Annoying as hell. Lydia's face changed instantly. Phineas froze, then forced a sigh. Dominic, how can you talk to President Lin like that? I ignored him. Turned to Jane. Her shoulders were shaking. Don't bother with these two dogs, Lydia said coldly. Let's go drink. She walked off. Phineas followed, arm hovering near her waist. They all moved to a booth nearby. Phineas kept glancing over, that sneaky smile still there. I didn't care. Jane, call your friends. As many as you can. Tonight's on me. She hesitated, then nodded and texted. Soon, groups of girls started showing up. Loud, colorful, bold. They filled our booth fast, laughing, chatting. Jane, this the guy you were talking about? Not bad at all, kinda handsome. They ordered drinks, played dice, laughed like crazy. The whole vibe flipped, alive, loud, fun. Soon, our side was way more lit than Lydia's. Even other tables were watching us. Phineas looked over a few times. Lydia? Didn't turn around once. Back straight, stiff as hell. I played a few rounds, drank cola when I lost, listened to their wild stories, and for the first time that night, felt a little lighter in this simple, kinda noisy environment. I actually felt chill for the first time in years, like real peace, real happiness, something I hadn't felt in forever. By the time we wrapped up, it was already late at night. I paid the bill and stepped out with Jane. Out in the parking lot, boom, ran into them again. Lydia and Phineas had just come out too, standing by their car. Lydia's eyes locked onto me and Jane, and she let out this cold little laugh. You could literally feel the contempt dripping off her. Wow, Dominic, you work fast. First meeting, and you're already rushing off to book a room. Phineas just stood there beside her, quiet, watching, with this smug little curve at the corner of his lips. I opened the car door and let Jane get in first. Then I turned to Lydia, threw her a careless smile. Why not? Before she could even react, I got in, shut the door, started the engine, and drove off smooth. In the rearview mirror, Lydia was just standing there, frozen, her face twisted under those dim lights. I didn't go home. Instead, I checked into a nearby 5-star hotel. 2 rooms. Side by side. King beds. Jane paused for a second, surprised, glanced at me, but didn't say a word. Just stood there quietly. After check-in, I handed her a key card. Get some rest. She took it softly. Thank you. I nodded. We went into our own rooms. After a shower, I laid down. The room was dark. Then my phone lit up. Phineas had posted something. Just one photo. Shot from above. Him shirtless, leaning on a headboard, arm wrapped around a drunk woman. Caption, all the warmth I've ever wanted, it's all you. I finally waited for you. Thank God I didn't give up. Her face was blurred, hair falling down. But that side profile, that background. Yeah, I recognized it instantly. Lydia. And they were in the master bedroom of the house I had personally designed. I smiled. Liked the post. Dropped a comment. Mood's already there. Might as well go register your marriage tomorrow. Early next morning, I left Jane some money, grabbed a hotel notepad, and wrote a few words. You're a good girl. Find a proper job. Don't degrade yourself anymore. Back at the company, whispers everywhere. That's him, the guy who took a street girl to a hotel last night. Looks decent, but damn shameless. President Lin must have been blind. Working with him is bad luck, FR. I treated it all like background noise. Drafted my resignation. Walked straight into Lydia's office. She was behind the desk, makeup flawless. But yeah, you could see the fatigue, the irritation. She saw me and froze for a second. What is it? I placed the paper down. I'm resigning. Her eyes shrank. She skimmed it, then looked up like I'd just said the dumbest thing ever. Resigning? Dominic, what do you mean? Over yesterday. It's nothing, I said calmly. I'm just tired. Need a break. Her voice shot up. Don't play games with me. All this over a joke? Over Phineas? You're that fragile. She stood up, finger stabbing at the letter. 5 years, Dominic. 5 years at this company. Yeah, 5 years. Since the day we made things official, I gave everything. My youth, my talent, my energy, to the Lin Group. Built it up with my own hands. And what did I get? The company doesn't need me anymore, I said flatly. As for why, you know. I don't know, she snapped, crumpling the letter and throwing it. I don't agree. You're being childish. Right then, the door slammed open. Police. Several officers walked in, serious faces. One showed his badge, eyes locked on me. Are you Dominic? I am. We've received a report. Suspected rape. You need to come with us. The words hit like a brick. Rape? Lydia gasped. I reported it. Phineas. Standing there, smug as hell. Dominic is inhuman, he said. I couldn't sleep, so I had someone look into it. That street girl. She's a minor. He kept going, all righteous and loud. One day, and he already took her to a hotel. If that's not rape, what is? The evidence is clear. He turned to the police. It's him. We can all testify. Lydia's face went pale. Outside, people were already losing it. A minor? That's disgusting. He's done for. I looked at Phineas. At Lydia. At everyone. And I laughed. Yeah, I laughed. Didn't even look at him. Just looked at Lydia. Now you see it clearly? This is the excellent assistant you hired. Then I held out my hands. Let's go. I trust the law. The cuff snapped on. Lydia suddenly snapped out of it. Wait. I'm his fiancée, she said to the police. We're getting married next month. He's always been responsible. Her voice shook. Phineas cut in fast. You're still defending him? This is not a misunderstanding. Then he started throwing dirt. Said I peeked under skirts. Harassed colleagues. Made people uncomfortable. Others backed him up. Yeah, I've seen it too. Always acting decent. Fake as hell. A pervert. Voices piled up. One after another. Lydia's face just kept getting paler. Dominic, she said, trembling. I never thought you were this kind of person. It's disgusting. I saw it. The last bit of trust in her eyes gone. Phineas stepped in, playing hero. Good thing you found out early. I said nothing. Police spoke. You must cooperate. I nodded. Walked out. Behind me, Phineas comforting her. I'm not sad, Lydia said coldly. From today, we're done. And he's fired. People kept whispering. Then the elevator opened. Lydia's father walked out with guests, smiling, until he saw the scene. What's going on? Phineas jumped in instantly, acting all noble. Chairman Lin, perfect timing. This guy is a beast. Took a minor to a hotel. I called the police. Then, a girl stepped forward. Simple clothes. Clean face. Jane, you're lying. Her voice cut through everything. He didn't touch me. He booked 2 rooms. We slept separately. On what grounds are you accusing him? Dead silence. Phineas froze. Chairman Chan looked serious. Is this true? Absolutely, Jane said. He even told me to find a proper job. Gave me money to live better. She pulled out the note. Everything flipped. Police verified. Hotel confirmed. Footage checked. Then her ID came out. She was 21. Not a minor. The officer turned to Phineas, cold. Explain this. He stuttered. Panicked. Looked at Lydia. Lydia's face? A mess, shock, anger, shame. Her father snapped. Speak. Phineas broke down. I just heard it. I thought it was true. Chairman Chan stepped in, voice sharp. This was slander. Your assistant has serious character issues. The cuffs came off. Silence everywhere. Phineas got taken away. Lydia stood there, then turned to me. Dominic. I'm sorry. I was deceived. I said nothing. She stepped closer, desperate now. I didn't know. I didn't know he'd do this. I didn't know who she was. What else didn't you know? I cut in. That he'd call the police? That he'd turn everyone against me? The people who spoke earlier? Yeah, they went real quiet. Sweat everywhere. I kept it cool and said, let me ask you something. If that girl last night was just some random nobody, no Chan family backing her, would you still be standing here right now saying sorry to me? Lydia's face went completely pale. Like, ghost-level pale. She had nothing to say. Dominic, now that everything's out, can't you just forgive Lydia? Her father finally snapped, couldn't hold it in anymore. He frowned, trying hard to patch things up. She was misled. Deep down, she believed in you. You've been together for years. You're supposed to get married next month. Is it really worth blowing everything up over something this small? Come on, be a little generous. A small matter? I actually laughed, pulled out my phone, unlocked it, and turned the screen toward them. Chairman Lin, take a good look at this first. Then tell me, does this marriage still make sense? On the screen was Phineas's post from last night. Lydia's pupils shrank instantly. Every bit of color drained from her face. Even her lips went pale. This is... Her dad saw it too. The words just died in his throat. His face went red, then white. Chairman Chan, who had been watching everything like it was a show, suddenly let out a short laugh. Not loud, but damn, it hit everyone. Chairman Lin, looks like your daughter and that assistant Phineas are truly a perfect match. Same vibe, same acting skills. Impressive. He paused, then dropped it clean and sharp. In that case, all our previous cooperation plans are cancelled. Goodbye. Chairman Chan. Chairman Chan, please wait. Now Lydia's father really lost it. No more pride. No more saving face. He rushed after him. This is all a misunderstanding. That damn Phineas caused everything. My daughter is young. She didn't know better. Please, just give us another chance. Chairman Chan didn't even slow down. Just walked off, leaving nothing but a cold, indifferent back view. Jane didn't follow right away. She walked up to me, looked up, eyes shining. Dominic, this place feels disgusting. Suffocating. You want to get out of here with us? I looked into her clear, honest eyes and smiled. Yeah, let's go. I didn't look back at Lydia. Didn't even care about her dad's shaky voice behind me, like he wanted to say something but couldn't. I just turned and walked out, side by side with Jane. As we stepped out of the Lin Corporation building, the sunlight hit hard, kinda blinding. Chairman Chan stopped, turned, and looked at me. His eyes were sharp, measuring, but there was respect in there too. Dominic, what's your next move? I answered straight up, haven't thought about it yet. Gonna chill for a bit first. Grandpa. Jane tugged his sleeve. Dominic's really capable, and he's a good guy. Our company needs talent, right? Chairman Chan glanced at her, not harsh, just knowing. Then looked back at me. That girl's been spoiled, but she's not wrong. I've checked your record. Lin Corporation's rise these past few years? You carried a huge part of that. If you're interested, Chan Group's doors are open. Any position you want. Top salary. The offer came out of nowhere, but honestly, it made sense. I gave a slight bow. Thank you, Chairman Chan. I'll think about it seriously. No rush. Take your time. He nodded, then glanced back at the Lin Corporation building. Some places just don't deserve real talent. My phone buzzed. Lydia calling. Urgent. I didn't pick up. Just blocked her. Straight up. A month later, Jane and I came back from abroad. When we landed, she still didn't want to end the trip, dragging me along, saying next time we gotta hit Iceland to see the aurora. I just smiled and said, yeah, sure. The next day, I joined Chan Group. Chairman Chan made me Director of Strategic Development, reporting directly to him. Bigger office than before, better view. But honestly, what I liked most was the clean vibe. No drama. No toxicity. First week in, Lydia showed up 3 times. I had security keep her out every single time. Work at Chan Group? Way busier than I expected. But I had authority, and I proved myself fast. Within 1 quarter, every project I touched smashed its targets. All those old board members who were complaining about me being parachuted in? Yeah, real quiet now. Jane dropped by often, had meals with her grandpa, then came to chill in my office. No more flashy dyed hair. Just a simple ponytail, t-shirt, jeans, looked like a normal college girl. Except sometimes, just sometimes, you'd catch that sharp look in her eyes. That old street punk energy still there. One night, I was grinding late, and she brought me a midnight snack. I put my stuff down and asked casually, "How's your graduation thesis going?" "Passed with excellence," she said, all smug. "My advisor said my research is actually valuable." I smirked. "Yeah? Like pretending to be a street punk and chatting up random guys online." "That was necessary," she said, wrinkling her nose. "But it worked. I got to see a lot of things I'd never normally experience." I didn't push it. Everyone grows in their own way. Hers? Kinda wild, but harmless. News from Lin Corporation still popped up now and then. After Chan Group pulled out, other partners followed like dominoes. Lydia's father tried to save it, but morale was dead. Phineas got sentenced. 1 year and 6 months. False accusations, framing, the whole mess. Time flew. Before I knew it, a full year had passed at Chan Group. At the annual gala, Chairman Chan personally handed me the annual contribution award. Jane was down there smiling harder than I was. After the party, I drove her home. We stopped outside her villa, but she didn't get out right away. "My graduation ceremony's next week. You coming?" "Of course." She went quiet for a second, then said, "My grandpa said, if you come, it'd be better if you show up as my fiancé." I turned and looked at her. Streetlight shining through the window. Her face dead serious. "All right." I nodded. Her eyes lit up instantly. She leaned over, kissed my cheek real quick, then jumped out and ran off. A few days later, there was a business event I didn't even want to attend. But the host was important, so Chairman Chan sent me. Didn't expect to see Lydia there. She looked bad. Way thinner. Wearing a dress that didn't even match the season. Standing alone in a corner. When she saw me, she came straight over. Dominic. I was wrong. Tears just pouring down. Phineas, everything, it's all my fault. I shouldn't have treated you like that. I said nothing. Lynn Corporation's barely surviving, she said, wiping her tears. My dad's sick. I'm holding everything together now. Employees are leaving, projects are falling apart. I cut in calmly. And what does any of that have to do with me? She suddenly grabbed my wrist. Dominic, can we start over? Please? I know you still love me, just like I still love you. We had 5 years. I gently pulled my hand back. Next month, Jane and I are getting married. She froze. Face completely drained. Jane? That street punk girl. You're marrying someone like her just to get back at me. She's my fiancée. I cut her off. Show some respect. Her lips trembled. Tears kept falling. She stared at me for a long time, then finally got it. There was no going back. In the end, she stumbled away, disappearing into the crowd. At some point, Jane showed up beside me, handed me a glass of champagne. Feeling bad for her, I took the glass, clinked it with hers. You know what I once promised her? What? To find a street punk girl, fall in love, and love her for life. She laughed, eyes curving into crescents. A lifetime's pretty long, Dominic. I know, Jane.